guys, so today I have a little bit of a different video. I'm not going to be showing any of my pets or anything in this video, except I think Harper is behind me. I don't know if you guys can see her, but as you can tell by the title, today I'm actually just going to be talking about a YouTube channel. I just kind of wanted to talk about this because I've actually seen this happen on quite a few larger channels recently. This just happens to be the most recent one I've seen, which is why I'm addressing it towards them in particular. But lately it seems like there's kind of been a trend of really big YouTubers who aren't traditional pet YouTubers getting hamsters. And while I think it's great that hamsters are getting more recognition and everything because they're wonderful pets, unfortunately, a lot of these YouTubers don't seem to be doing the proper research and they're putting out some really bad information. And while for some people this really doesn't seem like a huge deal since they're not really pet YouTubers, when you have millions and millions of people watching you, it's pretty bad if you're out there giving bad information out and then tons of people go out and get a hamster, mimic what you do, and then you just have a really bad chain reaction on your hands. So like I was saying, it seems like this has been happening more and more recently, but today I'm going to be talking about the What's Inside family because that's the one I have seen recently. If you don't know who they are, What's Inside on their main channel, I believe they have over 5 million subscribers. And then they also do have a family vlog with over 700,000 subscribers, and that is where they've been posting some videos of their new hamster. It was about 2 months ago now. I saw one of their videos where they were getting a ton of little critter trail tubes to hook onto their hamster's cage to give it like a fun maze and everything. And while this does seem like a really fun idea if you really haven't done much research, I'm sure a lot of you watching this video, if you do watch my channel anyway, you know that's usually not the best and you really just want a big cage instead of lots of tiny tubes. And when I watched that video, I actually did look down in the comments and I was very happy to see a lot of you that I know from on here were actually commenting on that video, just letting them know that that might not be the best option for their hamster. I also left a comment on that video just kind of explaining why that wasn't best and they should really just look into a big cage. Of course, I didn't receive a response or anything. I wasn't planning on it because they get thousands of comments, so I'm sure if they do read them, they're not going to see all the comments. I actually did just check that video again though, and my comment on that is actually the top comment, so hopefully at least some people watching will scroll down, and if they're thinking about getting a hamster based off that video, maybe they'll do a little bit more research and realize that's not the best idea. But moving on from that video, today I was actually on YouTube and I had another one of their videos pop up on my recommended page, and once again they went out and got a ton of new tubes for their hamster. So in this video they said they bought around $400 worth of critter trail tubes, and they were making a big tube thing that went all the way upstairs like into a different room. And once again, this is really fun to do. It might seem really cool, but this is not good for your hamster. They were kind of disappointed in their hamster because the hamster didn't make it all the way up and didn't want to go through the tubes. And honestly, who can blame it? I don't know what little pet is going to want to climb like 8 feet straight in the air without being able to stop and get a break, all while crammed into a tiny tube. I know hamsters are burrowing animals, but in the wild they don't just have to go for a huge period of time trapped in a little tiny tube with nowhere to turn around. There are a couple parts in the video where you can clearly see the hamster's under some distress. There's one part where he is blocking off the end of the tube with his hand so the hamster cannot escape and has to go up the tube. Once again, this might not seem like a huge problem to a lot of people, but hamsters do stress out pretty easily, and I don't think anyone would like it if they were stuck somewhere and someone would not let them out. One of my main problems with this is it just seems like they're kind of using the hamster more as a toy for entertainment purposes, and they don't really see it as a living creature or part of the family. And while they might be small little animals, hamsters have feelings, hamsters have needs, and it's really important to do what's best for them. So unfortunately, it looks like What's Inside just really didn't look at the first video at all, any of the comments. They're still just convinced that adding more tubes is a mansion, as they called it, and that's really upsetting. So I'm hoping maybe they'll see this video or at least see some of the comments and do a little bit of research, and hopefully they will get a bigger cage. I know a lot of people's excuses for not wanting a big cage is they're too expensive or they take up too much space, but the What's Inside family is already using a ton of space running tubes all through their house, and they've spent over $400 just on that last set of tubes. So obviously they're willing to spend a lot of money on their hamster, so why not get it a good cage? I also understand that building the tubes and everything might be fun for the father and son to do together, just kind of a way for them to spend time together and everything. But if they want to do that, a lot of people do DIY cages, and they could spend time designing and building a huge actual hamster mansion together, and that would still be a lot of fun. So I don't want to really like bash them or anything because like I said, they're not a pet channel, but at the same time, this video has, I think, around 1.5 million views so far, and it's been up for a couple weeks, so they have a ton of influence on people who are looking to get pets. And at the same time, a lot of people might be watching that video that had no interest in a hamster, but then they see this amazing hamster mansion, and then they're gonna go out and get a hamster based on that without doing any research first. I think it's really important that as pet YouTubers, even though my channel isn't super educational, I do a lot of more entertainment stuff also. When you see something wrong, it's important to kind of point it out, but it's also important to do constructive criticism. You don't just want to go on someone's channel and just tell them, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. That's not going to get anything across. It's important to let people know if they are doing something wrong, but do it in a correct way. Maybe give them a list of resources where they can actually go read about hamsters, learn about them, and then they'll know the proper care. And then if they still don't fix it, well, there's no hope. So my hope is if the What's Inside family sees this video, which, let's be honest, is a very slim possibility, or if they just see some of the comments on their video, maybe they'll take it to heart and do some more research and either buy or make their cage the hamster it really deserves to be happy and healthy. So that is really all I have for today's video. I know it was a little bit different than normal, not that exciting. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.